Hello, hungry travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're here in Galway, Ireland, and we're talking about the breakfast in Ireland. And we're going to talk about things, yes, you're probably going to find at your hotel, but things that your local Irish friends might be having for breakfast before they meet you. And I think probably the most important thing to talk about, and everybody talks about in all their videos about breakfast in Ireland and food in Ireland, is a full Irish breakfast. Look, if you're gonna stay at a castle when you're here, if you're gonna stay at a hotel when you're here, a bed and breakfast when you're here, if they serve breakfast, they're probably gonna have a full Irish breakfast option. And what does that entail? Well, one, you're gonna have either fried eggs or scrambled eggs. You can choose whichever one you want. You're gonna have this big, fantastic sausage. Oh, don't get weird, people. It is really good. The sausage here are fantastic. Any of the Irish, they love their sausages here. But you have this fantastic sausage. Then you have a big old piece of bacon. And don't think Oscar Mayer bacon. No, this is that thick old bacon. You're like, oh yes, it's so good. And then you'll have the mushrooms and the cooked tomatoes as well. And then beans, because yeah, why not beans? And you'll have toast with it as well. But the most important, it's not just toast. You want to have the soda bread. Oh my God, the soda bread with it, or the toast, whichever way you gotta have with the dairy here, with the butter. And then you're gonna have white and black pudding. Now, black pudding is basically blood sausage. It's made with blood, and think of white pudding as kind of a sausage thing, not made with the blood, more with the fat. And some people get grossed out by it, but I kind of think of it as kind of like a sliced up sausage, and they fry it up and it gets really crispy. Think about in the same texture of like a McDonald's hash brown, but made out of sausagey stuff. That's what it's kind of like, but oh my gosh, it is so good. That's my favorite part of the morning. And then you have a potato farl, which is basically an actual hash brown. You can have that with it as well. And that is one of those caloric punches to the gut. But I say, you do need that, because when you go and explore in Ireland, you're driving for the whole day. You're hiking around, you're walking along the cliffs, you're going through the national parks, you're going to see all these things. You need that energy to go. So don't feel bad if you have a robust breakfast, because you can do something smaller at lunch. Have some of the soup, like a seafood chowder or a sandwich at lunch, and then a big dinner, because that's one of those things you just need, that fortification when you're here in a full Irish breakfast. Oh, it'll fortify you so you look like me after your vacation. And the thing is, you don't have to have the full Irish breakfast. You can have these things separate. You'll see the sausages and the bacon and the potato farls, the hash brown stuff. You'll see those by themselves. So you can get that by yourself. You just want eggs, you can do that. I mean, these things can all be broken up, but the full Irish, that's why it's the full Irish. It's everything possible. You can have that together. Another really nice thing, if you're kind of watching your weight and trying to be better, like I'm trying to be, I recommend getting these salmon and scrambled eggs. And what it'll be is usually it'll have a piece of toast, and they put really good scrambled eggs on there, and then they put some smoked salmon on top, and you have that. Very light, very it's filling, but it's light and you feel good. I feel like I ate healthy this morning. You can have that a lot of places. If you've had a few too many the night before, maybe you just want something not so tough to eat. There's also porridge. Irish porridge, or maybe you know it back home by Irish oatmeal. Oh my God, it is so good. The hotels have a big pot of it going, or if you're going to a nice breakfast kind of place, they'll have it there. I know where we stayed at a castle, Kennedy Castle, and they came and brought it out this nice little bowl. They had the cream to put on it. Here's a little secret hint. If you go someplace that they have some whiskey, put a little whiskey in there too. Oh, it was so good. Maybe throw some honey on there and some fruit. But the porridge here, you just think it's silly saying, why am I spending money on oatmeal? No. The porridge here, the Irish oatmeal, is fantastic. It makes a really good breakfast as well, especially if you don't want that heaviness of the full Irish. And the thing is, if you're looking for something quick, what you'll probably see, the locals, they'll just have bread for breakfast. And there's a lot of different breads you're gonna see here, right? And probably one I'd recommend is the soda bread, and that's just basically, it's bread. It's not yeast that raises it, it's baking soda, hence soda bread. But it is wonderful. It's very dense, but it's so flavorful. And all you need to do is just put some of that Irish butter on there, because honestly, the dairy here, the cream, the milk, the butter, the cheeses, they're all wonderful. So put as much of the, whole pat on one side, whole pat on the other side. You won't say no. Take my word for it, it's that good. But you'll notice the locals do a lot of bread at breakfast. They also do a lot of fruit. Yogurt's very popular if you want to do that. Cereal is going to be an option at pretty much every hotel and most people's houses as well. So, normal kind of stuff. And that's one thing, is when you come here, talk to the locals about what they recommend for breakfast and food, because the people are so friendly. The fire guy came by to talk to make sure everything's okay. Some locals stopped up, hey, what about this for breakfast? So it is really fun to talk to locals about what to eat and what not to eat for breakfast or any time of the day. Now let's get back to the bread. You got a Waterford blob, which is basically a roll, and it's really good kind of a fluffy roll you might have here, different shapes, but you'll see these breakfast rolls you'll see there. And obviously they have the usual breakfast pastries at hotels. People will grab those things. It's not like we only eat Irish breakfast food when you're here. The same stuff you probably eat at home, you'll probably find here. But another really kind of Irish breakfast thing is the potato pancake. And I know there's potato pancakes around the world, but these grated ones here, they might have different fillings in it, or it might just be a plain potato kind of pancake. But the box tea is something that you can get all day long. Like, I recommend it. For me, it's more, I always like having it more like as a lunch kind of thing than a breakfast kind of thing. But here people have it for breakfast sometimes too. You can get that, you know, with your eggs and your toast kind of stuff and your black and white pudding, so you can do that. So my mom and I had a sausage breakfast roll, which was bread with all those fantastic sausages cut up to be eaten and delicified in my mouth because it was so good. My mom had one that was just bacon, you know, the thick bacon and a couple fried eggs on it. I mean, you have those as well, so that can be a really fortifying thing while you're on the go. So you're not waiting to get served, you're not waiting for your food, you can just get out and explore more of the country, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to have these great Irish breakfasts so you can come here and explore Ireland, because you do need it when you go around. Whether you're doing the hiking, seeing the cities, taking in the sights, it's always good to have a good breakfast, especially a good hearty Irish breakfast. So whether you're getting the porridge or the full Irish, let us know in the comments below what breakfast you love to have when you come to Ireland. And also tell us, what country's breakfast food would you like to hear about? Anyway, I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great time here in Ireland. I'm not worried about your eating because it is fantastic. If you want to learn more, maybe what to eat when you come to Ireland, Jocelyn has a video that goes through like the main foods throughout the day that you should enjoy. We have all kinds of other fun stuff on our website at woltersworld.com. Anyway, I wish you all the best and have a fantastic meal when you are here in Galway. Oh, seafood. Seafood is the Galway way. Bye.